Hello, this is the Kenyan Siasa, and I'm your host, Bali Odawa Nadawa. You folks of the Kenyan Siasa, there is a saying that says that in politics, there are no permanent friends, and at the same time, in politics, there are no permanent enemies. As long as there is the common denominating factor of shared interests, politicians from different factions of the political arena will always converge and forge and coin something with regards to political working arrangement that is going to benefit them in some ways. Approximately 2 weeks ago, on a certain Monday, President William Ruto made a visit at the residence of the immediate former president, President Uhuru Kenyatta, at Ishaweri in Gatundu constituency. This took lots of political enthusiasts by surprise, considering the fact that these two gentlemen, for a long time, have not had a cordial working relationship. And after this meeting, based on the photos that were released, it was evident, it was an open secret, that indeed these two gentlemen were working on a certain political arrangement. And approximately 2 weeks down the line, on Thursday last week, President William Ruto made some readjustments in his cabinet to create an accommodation for some of the immediate former president, Uhuru Kenyatta's allies. Here, we're talking about, I beg your pardon, let me just fix something here first. Yeah, we're good to go. Here we're talking about the former CS for Health, Mutahi Kagwe, being appointed as Cabinet Secretary of Agriculture and Livestock Development. The former Governor of Nakuru, Lee Kinyanjui, being appointed as the Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industry. Former Governor of Kiambu County between the year 2013 to 2017, William Kabogo, now being appointed as the Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication and Digital Economy. Among other allies of Uhuru Kenyatta like Kembi Gitura, former Senator for Muranga, former governor, the immediate former governor of Laikipia, Nderetu Murithi, who are also appointed to various state corporations. Now, dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, in this episode, we're trying to evaluate some of the reasons that catapulted or some of the forces behind President William Ruto's decision to make this handshake, in quotes, with Uhuru Kenyatta and including his allies in his cabinet. Number one, we can say that Uhuru I beg your pardon, President William Ruto has come to reality with the fact that there is palpable, there is conspicuous animosity growing in the Mount Kenya region against him since the impeachment of the immediate former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Therefore, to quell this emerging inferno blazing of animosity and also a sense of betrayal among the people of Mount Kenya, he saw it wise to reach out and increase their shares in his government, include them in a special way, so that maybe they might find it in their hearts to embrace him again, so that he can be a darling to them again the way he used to be before things went south. Therefore, we can just say he did this in a mission of seduction, seducing them to try woo them back to his side considering the fact that in the year 2022 general elections, President William Ruto got more than half of his total votes from the Mount Kenya region. Therefore, this is a very critical block. I can just say now, he did this to woo them, to seduce them, to win them back to his side, since the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, which has now brewed animosity and rejection on his side. Another factor that might have led to President William Ruto reaching out for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta for this handshake to include his allies in this broad-based government is the Raila Amolo Odinga factor. Yes, after President William Ruto made handshake with Raila Amolo Odinga and they formed the broad-based government, including his allies, aka the ODM experts, who were appointed as cabinet secretaries in various dockets, and also giving Raila Amolo Odinga the backup to go vie for the AUC chair. President William Ruto, we can say that isn't 100% feeling safe or secure or sure that Raila Amolo Odinga might change his mind and come back in the year 2027 general elections and vie for the presidency. Therefore, we can just say he did this. He reached out to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to spread his risk, avoiding casting all his investments in one basket, aka the broad-based government solely with Raila Amolo Odinga. Therefore, we can say that he did this just to spread his risks. In an event that maybe Raila Amolo Odinga betrays him, at least he has a backup from Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But before we proceed, just a question, a digressing question. Do you really believe that in an event that Raila Amolo Odinga betrays William Ruto, that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta can offer William Ruto a formidable support? Does the Mount Kenya really back Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Can Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta really brag of being the kingpin of the Mount Kenya region? I leave that question to you. And the final reason as to why President William Ruto saw it wise to reach out to the immediate former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and appoint his allies to his cabinet is to tame the growing star of the immediate former Rigathi Gachagua. Currently, it is an undisputed fact that Rigathi Gachagua, since being impeached, has become a darling to the mountain people. That pity, that mercy state that this impeachment landed him on has wooed the Mount Kenya voting populace towards his direction. This doesn't sit well with President William Ruto, because it technically means that if things remain like this, he doesn't have any chance with regards to the Mount Kenya votes. Therefore, we can just say that maybe he tried to do this just to see whether Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta can checkmate the growing star, the growing political monopoly of Rigathi Gachagua with regards to the Mount Kenya region. And again, we'll introduce that digressing question. Do you really believe that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta can clip the growing wings of Rigathi Gachagua in the Mount Kenya politics? We leave that question to you, dear folk of the Kenyan Siasa. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, at this juncture, we reach the halt of this episode. For those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan Siasa, we are humbled We're grateful. Thank you. And for those of you who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, The Kenyan Siasa, we beseech you to show us some love by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Then hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload content. Until next time, I'm Jabali, Wadawa, and Adawa. Bye-bye.